Yes. Let's move on to the respiratory system. The second system. I forgot to play the button of recording and the digestive system is gone. Okay. So Yap have already recorded the class. So she will send you the recordings. Okay. So I'm just telling to the students that Yap has recorded the class and she will send you the system, digestive system. Let's move on to the second system, respiratory system, and we'll try to understand the functions and the structure of our respiratory system, and we'll try to relate this practice with the yoga practice, how yoga practice is going to help you to activate your digestive system and respiratory system. Let's move on to respiratory system now. The function. What is the function of our respiratory system? Function is to supply oxygen to the body via blood. Now I am on page number 144. The function of our respiratory system. The function is to supply oxygen to the body via blood, to remove the excess carbon dioxide and water vapor. Respiratory system will help you to purification of your blood. So the purification of your blood will happen with the help of system. Protective function, coughing, sneezing and talking. The structure. Now we'll try to understand what is the structure of our respiratory system. The respiratory system starts with your nose, oral cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea and bronchi, two bronchi, bronchiales and alveoli. At this stage, gas exchange occurs between the alveoli of the airway and the capillaries within the lungs. Okay, the oxygen is taken into the bloodstream, carbon dioxide is removed. The next fellow is lungs. The lungs, the organs of respiration that change shape, allowing air to come in and out with the respiratory system of the respiratory system. Residual volume. There is always a small amount of air that remains in the lungs. This is to prevent the collapsing of our lungs. Okay, I'll start again. If you see the image, you'll see the nose, nasal cavity, the oral cavity, the pharynx, the larynx, trachea, two bronchi. One is bronchiales, the other one is alveoli. Now the gas exchange will happen here, occurs between the alveoli of the airway and the capillaries within the lungs. Okay, so oxygen is taken into the bloodstream and carbon dioxide is removed. So we inhale oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. Okay, so we inhale the oxygen. So when you are doing inhalation, exhalation, what is happening? Inhalation is oxygen, exhalation is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is nothing but the toxins. Okay, so lungs. Now what is lungs doing? The organs of respiration that change the shape, allowing air to come in and out of the respiratory system. So lungs is the fellow who is helping you to respire, one who is helping you to inhalation and exhalation. So lungs are the helping hand for your heart. So inhalation and exhalation is happening with the help of your lungs. Now in lungs there are small amount of air will remain always in your lungs so that they won't collapse. Okay, now when you go to page number 145, you will see the lungs, the mechanism of breathing. The process of breathing has two stages, as I said, inhalation, inspiration, and exhalation, expiration. Inhalation. What is happening during inhalation? the intercostal muscles contract and expanding the rib cage. So now inhale. The rib cage is getting expanded. So when your rib cage is getting expanded, the intercostal muscles are getting contracted. Feel that. Inhale. See the traction in the rib cage and contraction in the intercostal muscles. So what are those muscles? See the ribs. Can you see the ribs? In between that, behind those ribs, there is a intercostal muscles. Those are getting contracted. Okay, the diaphragm gets contracted, pulling downward to increase the volume of chest. So the pressure inside the chest is lowered and the air is sucked into the lungs. This is happening when you do the inhalation. So again, close your eyes, inhale. See the rib cage is getting expanded and the diaphragm will go down. Diaphragm gets contracted. So pulling downward to increase the volume of chest. So diaphragm goes down, the chest is getting expanded. So what is happening? The pressure inside the chest is lowered. So there is no pressure, there is a space. There is no pressure on the chest. So the air is sucked into the lungs. Now what is happening in expiration? Exactly opposite. Check what is happening in the lungs now. While exhalation, check what is happening. Occurs when the lungs are filled with capacity. The intercostal muscles will get relaxed now and the rib cage drops downward and inward. The diaphragm gets relaxed, moves in upward direction, decreases the volume of chest. So the pressure inside the chest increases and the air is forced outward. So see the opposite, see the mechanism of our body. Inhale, rib cage is going out, diaphragm is going downward. So you give a space to the lungs. So lungs feel the air. Lungs will suck. Air will get sucked into the lungs. When you exhale, opposite. So inhale, chest is going out, diaphragm is going down. Okay, so now you gave a space to the lungs. So the air is sucked into the lungs. Now when you exhale, the pressure is inside. The air is forced out. The diaphragm gets relaxed. So diaphragm again comes up, rib cage goes in. Yes, decreases the volume of chest. So intercostal muscles get relaxed and the rib cage drops down and inward. So this process is continuous. So this is the function of respiratory system in inhalation and exhalation. So how the control of the respiratory system happens? The diaphragm is a skeletal muscle and therefore under a voluntary control. So we can therefore diaphragm is a skeletal system and therefore it is a voluntary control. We will understand the muscles as well. The diaphragm is also regulated by the pharynx nerve, which means that we can continue to breathe when we are sleeping as well, when we are not consciously aware of our breath as well. So even if you are not conscious unconscious, we still keep on breathing because the diaphragm is regulated by a pharynx nerve. PHRENIC, phrenic nerve, which means that we can continue our breathing pattern without awareness as well. Okay, so these are the respiratory system. Now, how yoga is going to help our respiratory system? Back bending. What is happening in a back bending? You're opening up your chest. So when you're opening up your chest, you're giving a space to your lungs. So inhale and exhale. So what is happening? Back bending is the example to activate your respiratory system. Yes. So when you're countering back bending with forward bending, your digestive system is getting activated. But when you go counter it with back bending, your respiratory system gets activated. So this is the benefit you have to inform your students when they are doing the forward bending, backward bending, and those asanas, twisted poses and so on. Okay. So back bending. What is happening in back bending? The opening of the chest and the working the muscles of respirations. Okay. It will maximize the space that lungs have and does not constrain them in any way. So when you are doing bhujangasana, camel pose, bow pose, all those back bending poses, you are giving a space to the lungs. Pranayama, Ujjayi pranayama, alternate breathing, victorious breathing, pranayama, different techniques to regulate and control the breath, as well as the cleansing and vitalization of your respiratory system. Yes. So asanas, back bending, pranayama, ujjayi breathing, alternate breathing, anulom vilom, sun breathing, moon breathing, shatakarma, cleansing technique, jalaneti, sutraneti, kapalabhati, rigorous exhalation. So you're cleansing your respiratory tract. Kapalabhati. And the chakra, Anahata chakra, located between the sternum and helps you to fuel the respiratory system. Apanavayu governs your abdomen below the navel, organs of excretion, the expulsion of waste from the body. Apanavayu. Pranavayu governs the throat to diaphragm, heart and lungs, forces by which the prana is drawn inside. Pranamaya kosh, our vital energy body, our prana flows into this kosha and helps you to respiratory system, will help with maintaining the pancha prana. So respiratory system, backward bending, digestive system, forward bending and twisters. Pranayama, rigorous pranayama to activate your belly. When you activate your belly, the digestion fire will get active. Rigorous pranayama, alternate breathing, will activate your respiratory system. Cleansing technique, Shatkarma, cleansing of your belly will activate your digestive system. Cleansing of your nasal will activate your respiratory system. Yes.
The chakra, Ana chakra. Which one?
Heart chakra. Heart chakra.
Oh, this.
Heart chakra. What is heart chakra doing? If you remember the Anahata chakra, go to the chakra chapter. Do you remember the chakras?
Page 48. 48.
Yes. What is chakra, heart chakra doing? Heart chakra, located at the center of your cardiovascular system. How you're going to activate the Anahata? Alternate breathing, Anulom Vilom. Because heart chakra, the cardiovascular system, very close to the lungs. Inhalation, exhalation is happening in the lungs. Yes? Relax. Once again, go through the digestive system and respiratory system. We will stop for the day as both these girls are not there. We will do it in our next class. Sit straight, back straight. What we tried to understand was how to activate our digestive system and respiratory system with the help of yoga practice. And we came to know that with the help of yoga, with the help of asanas, with the help of pranayama, with the help of shatakarma, the cleansing technique, we can activate our digestive system and respiratory system. There are certain asanas which will help you to activate those systems. We tried to understand the functions of our system, the digestive system and the respiratory system. From the functions we understood that in digestive system, we take our food with the help of our mouth. In our mouth, we chew that food. We add some liquid, we add some saliva to our food to liquefy our food. That food, with the help of throat and esophagus, it goes to our stomach for further process. That food is pushed with the help of esophagus to the stomach. In our stomach we have some chemicals, some acids, hydrochloric acid and saliva. The digestion happens in our stomach. Then it goes to the small intestine. In small intestine, the food is absorbed, the food is digested, and it is absorbed into the blood and circulated throughout the body. In large intestine, we observe the water and make it easier to excrete the waste product, the fascias, the poop. The colon is a storage of our fascias, temporary storage of our fascia. Then the liver produces and secretes the bile. The bile helps you to break down the fat, the extra fat created during the process. Pancreas create the insulin to maintain our sugar level. During the process, the sugar level is increased. So you must have noticed the diabetic patient, when they eat, the sugar level is high. The sugar is there always in every body. In everybody, sugar level is there. You and me do have sugars in our body, but our pancreas are helping out to maintain that sugar level. That is why we are not diabetic, because our pancreas are strong enough to maintain that. And what is pancreas doing? Pancreas with the help secretes the insulin. So we are not taking ready-made insulin from outside source. So we are not injecting insulins. Okay. So pancreas will help you to maintain the sugar level. So the digestion process absorption is food is broken down, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, everything is absorbed into the blood with the help of microvilli. Microvilli is like hair-like substance inside our small intestine. So small intestine is like a tube, is a pipe. In that pipe, there is a microvilli. Like we, for example, this is my small intestine. If you see this hair, those hairs are like microvilli. Yes, so they are absorbed into the blood at the microvilli of our small intestine. So how yoga is helping? Yoga asanas, forward bending and twists will activate your system, digestive system. Cleansing of your belly, shatkarmas, helping your activating your system. Kapalbhati, bellow breathing and Manipura. Same way, respiratory system. There are two mechanisms in respiration. One is inhalation and the other one is exhalation. What is happening in inhalation? The intercostal muscles are getting contracted. The rib cage is getting expanded. When your rib cage is expanded, the diaphragm is lower down. So you give a space to your lungs. So when you give space to your lungs, the pressure inside the chest is lower down and the air is sucked in to the lungs. So the air goes in. So the oxygen inhalation, oxygen goes into the lungs. Exhalation occurs when the lungs are filled with capacity. So you inhale as per your capacity. So you inhale as per your capacity. Then the intercostal muscles and the ribcage drops backward, inward. The diaphragm gets relaxed and it comes upward, decreases the volume of chest. So when the volume of chest is decreased, the pressure inside increases and the air is forced outward. So the air goes exhalation. Yes? See the image on page number 146. See what is happening. Inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, the lungs are inflated. Exhalation, deflated. And inside the rib cage, see inside the rib cage, in one picture the lungs are flatted and inflated. So inhalation, exhalation. The ribs move up and out when you inhale. So inhalation, the ribs are moving up and out. So when you move in, out and up, the lungs are getting expanded, inflated, and deflated. The rib cage is going down. See the image.
Yes.
Yes. What are those asanas? Backward bending. When you open up your chest. So chest openers, back bending, all those asanas will activate your respiratory system. Kapalabhati, alternate breathing, sun breathing, moon breathing, natural nasal cycle, breathing through one nostril naturally. So breathing through one nostril naturally means the sun breathing and the moon breathing. Shatkarmas, the neti, nasal passage cleansing. What are those netis? Two netis we understood. One is Jala neti, the other one is Sutra neti. Day before yesterday we tried to understand. And the Anahata chakra. Yes. Great. We tried to understand two systems, two more systems that we will do in our next class, and then we have bones and muscles. We'll try to finish anatomy in this week. Okay, so today we are on the 4th week of the course. Yes, so two more. I will try to finish it off in 35 days, but let's see how the course goes. We will not rush. Okay, we'll go very slow. Okay, we'll try to understand. Tomorrow we'll try to finish the prone positions, and then we'll start the vinyasa. We'll try to create those flows. We'll try to understand how to create those flows, and then probably I'll take 4 to 5 classes of vinyasa and 4 to 5 classes of yin class. Okay. Aerial is not possible over here. It requires more support and more coordination. So whenever you are in India, you can come down to India and we can do the aerial courses. Yes. See you tomorrow.
Okay. See you.
Yes. All your rituals are done. Grandmama's rituals are done.
Which one?
Grandmama's rituals are done.
Which one?
Let's meet tomorrow.
Okay. See you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Please record the class and send it to send it a link.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.